Now, we like to bring you exclusives here at the NPF. We aren't just poker based. We're out scouring the world every day for exclusives, and I have found a worldwide exclusive today on my way here that I think you all should know about. I found a drink that's going to be available in card rooms all over England and the North East very shortly. It's a can here, and I'm going to lean you forward and I'm going to show you what this is called, this drink. This drink is called Pussy. It's Pussy in a can. Now, I've opened this, I'm going to have a taste. I have to say, that's the worst tasting pussy I've ever tasted. You can just imagine going into the Grosvenor or Aspers and the Valley saying, do you want a drink? And you and you ask, yes please, I'll have a pussy. You know, I don't know whether it's a good marketing name or not. It certainly tickled my feathers anyway. And we're having a bit of a giggle about that all day. So, any of you lads out there want to go try it, it's Pussy in a can. Go and get yourself some pussy. You tell us what you think pussy tastes like. Okay, also worldwide, I had a sneak preview of an email that was sent to Louis Walsh last week, I think it was, and the email read as such: if you keep them useless twins in the X Factor again, another member of Boyzone is going to get it next week. So, you know, obviously maybe there's some new developments in the Stephen Gately case. Right, moving on, hold on a minute. Moving on, we have to say, me personally, I play poker for the social aspect of the game. Some people play, obviously more serious reasons. I have to just pass comment on Tuesday night at Circus. I put a thread up about it. I was sat on the most fantastic table I could ever have asked to be sat on in a poker tournament. I had Fatesy, DC, Joe Morris, Bob the Gob, Texas Trev, Scotty, and it was a howl all night long. We had a great laugh, and that to me is what makes playing poker, you know, enjoyable. Forget the results. I finished ninth. It's irrelevant. I enjoyed the evening the most I've ever enjoyed playing poker. It was great. If I get on a table like that every time I play, I will be overjoyed. And Fatesy, Davey, Texas, they all had a great laugh. Just a little, I'm going to say a little thing. I've not got it down in my notes, but this has just come to my mind. Young Joe, who was on that on our table, he has turned out to be one of the most consistent poker players I think that I've ever seen. Every time I go to Circus and Joe's in there, he final tables. He constantly chops for the money, and he is proving himself to be one of the better players in Newcastle. There was a thread put up, it wasn't put up by Joe, it was put up by his mate Fatesy as a joke, saying, I rate myself as one of the best in Newcastle, where do you rate me? Personally, Joe, if you want me to be honest, I would put you in probably the top 10 or 15 players in Newcastle for your results. You're very consistent, so keep it up. And if any of you don't know him, get yourself to Circus, find out who he is. He's got the fiercest stare in the world when you re-raise him. Something like that, I don't know. Anyway. Just over a week to go, 8 more sleeps, and it is the NPF Championships. We had a big thing on it last week, but obviously the news didn't get to you last week. Remember, the 31st of October is the date. You have to be paid in by Wednesday the 28th at midnight. We have to know you're playing by then or you will not get in. We cannot reiterate that enough. If for any reason you are going to struggle to get to Circus to pay in by then, and you definitely want to play, you have to send a PM to Dave saying you're definitely going to play, but you won't be able to pay in until the Thursday, the Friday or the Saturday. If you do that, you will be allowed to pay because your name will be on the Circus list. However, if you do not turn up, you still have to pay the money. This is a little bit flexible for these people that cannot get there. Get your name, PM to Davey. If you're not going to make it and you definitely want to play, but you have to hold the commitment to pay. That said, I think there's about 50 runners registered already. I know there's a list of about another 15, so there's 65, there's only 35 seats left. And really and truly now is roughly the time when it's going to fill up quickly, because people are going to realise they've only got 3 days to pay in. So if you haven't paid in and you want to pay in, get yourself to Circus and get paid in. We've got a great weekend planned for you, some good fun things. The structure and everything is up on the forum now for the game. It is going to be the game of the year. Remember last year, Zenacode holding the trophy and the bracelet? That could be you. So get yourselves registered and let's see you all on the 31st. I know it's Halloween, I know it's a bit inconvenient for some people. As we've said before, we have to pick a date, and that was the date that we got free. Get yourselves in. We're going to have a real fun weekend. And if you want to, it's not compulsory, but if you want to, fancy dress. Make it more entertaining, it'll be more fun. And I seem to recall on Tuesday night, Texas, Trev, Bob and Scotty were trying out their Halloween masks on Tuesday night. Don't wear them, lads, they're too scary, you know what I mean. But yeah, 31st, Halloween, come dressed up if you want. I guarantee you I won't be, but there will be some that want to dress up, and there's nothing wrong with that. 2-day event. Remember on the Sunday, it's a £20, is it a bounty? Help me out. Nod your head, somebody. It is a bounty, right, £20 on Sunday, bounty tournament starts at, shout the time out.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Okay, let's get more runners there this year than we did last year. Last year was a bit of a poor turnout. If you're not involved, if you're out of the main tournament, come back and play on the Sunday, because we've got a few bits and pieces planned on the Sunday as well. Going to be good fun. So that's it, 31st. Okay, that's it for the news this week. A little bit brief again, not much content, but that's because we're saving everything. Because next weekend, next Friday's news, is going to be an NPF Championship special, where we will have a list of all the runners. We'll talk you through the runners, we'll talk you through some of the form of the runners, we'll talk you through the odds, we'll talk you through the special bets, we'll talk you through everything that's going to happen on the NPF Championship. Next week's news will be dedicated to that. And then, even specialer, the week after, if we can persuade them, we will have an interview with the winner of the NPF Championships. Of course, they might say they don't want to come, but I'm hoping they will do. We'll get them in, ask them how they won the championship. Obviously, we need special dispensation if it's a Raji, because we've no toilet in here, so we'll have to, you know, maybe keep it short. But this is what's coming up on the news. Next week's the NPF special, when we'll have the whole lowdown on the game, from start to finish, and then the week after we'll hopefully get an interview. Right, to finish up this week, as normal, a question. A very simple one this week. Mentioned a little bit earlier on about the challengees, and one of them, Junior Bomber. Simple question this week. Junior Bomber, poker or poke her? You decide.
Sex bomb, yeah. You're a sex bomb. You can give it to me when I need to come along. Sex bomb,